Hello, welcome to the lesson on telephone skills. I am excited to have you here. Let's begin, shall we? Click on Begin Lesson to start the lesson. In this lesson, we will learn the 3 phases of a telephone call. The phrases used when making professional phone calls. Before we start this lesson, let's understand what you already know and what you want to learn about this topic. Drag and place the options in the appropriate box. What to say in the beginning of a phone call. What to say in the middle of a phone call. What to say at the end of a phone call. How to speak in professional phone calls. Very good. Sharing what you know and what you want to learn will help you improve your own learning.
Hello, I am Nafisa. I am studying in ITI Samastipur, Bihar. My classmates and I are organizing a guest lecture in our ITI. I need to call some industry experts to invite them for the guest lecture.
Click next to see what Nafisa does. Nafisa calls Mrs. Ranjana, one of the industry experts. Click on the phone icon to hear how she speaks with Mrs. Ranjana.
Good morning, Ranjana ma'am. I am Nafisa. I am studying COPA at ITI Samastipur. Hello, Nafisa. How can I help you?
Did you notice how Nafisa started her conversation? She greeted the person, Mrs. Ranjana. She introduced herself. This is called the first stage or beginning stage of a phone call.
We are planning to organize a guest lecture for the ITI students. Would you be available to give a guest lecture next week? Sure, Nafisa. I can come for the guest lecture. Please send the event details on email. Sure, ma'am. I have your email address. I will email the details to you.
Now, did you notice how Nafisa continued her conversation? She explained why she is calling. She discussed what should be done. This is called the second stage or middle stage of a phone call.
Thank you, ma'am, for accepting to give a guest lecture. It will be very helpful to the ITI students. Thank you, Nafisa. I will wait for your email. Bye, ma'am. Wish you a great day.
Did you observe how Nafisa ended her conversation? She thanked the person, Mrs. Ranjana. She said goodbye. This is called the third stage or end stage of a phone call. Choose the correct option. Who do you think started the conversation in a better manner? Nafisa, Ranjana. You are right. Nafisa used the right words in this situation. Ranjana started her conversation in a friendly manner. But Nafisa started her conversation in a formal and professional manner. To summarize, there are 3 stages of a phone call: the beginning stage, the middle stage, the end stage. In the beginning stage, you first greet the person and then introduce yourself. In the middle stage, You say why you are calling and discuss what should be done. In the end stage, you thank the person for their time and wish them goodbye. During a phone call, it is important to speak politely, use short sentences, take notes about important information. Choose the correct option. Vineet calls an employer to inquire about internship opportunities. How should he start the conversation? He should greet the person and introduce himself. He should immediately start asking about internship opportunities. You are right. He should first greet the person and then introduce himself. During phone calls for professional purposes, there are some phrases you can use. Let us now learn some of them. In different situations, you can use different phrases. Some of these situations could be when calling a client or customer, asking for somebody, giving the reasons for calling, asking when someone would be available, asking someone to repeat information. Click on each to know more. Calling a client or customer. Good morning, sir or ma'am. I am your name. I am calling from your company. For example, good morning, ma'am. I am Sunena. I am calling from XYZ Infotech Limited. Asking for somebody. Am I speaking to person's name? I would like to speak to person's name, please. For example, am I speaking to Mr. Sunil? I would like to speak to Mr. Sunil, please. Giving the reasons for calling. I am calling to discuss. I just wanted to ask, could you tell me? For example, I am calling to discuss about the recent project. I just wanted to ask about your recent purchase. Could you tell me how was your experience with our services? Asking when someone would be available. Is this a good time for me to speak with you? What would be a good time to call? Asking the person to repeat information. Could you please repeat that? I could not hear you very well. Could you spell that for me, please? Let me see if I got that right. Repeat the information. Based on what you learned, answer the following questions. Click on the Begin button to start. Choose the correct option. Neha calls to speak to the HR of a company. The name of the HR is Rahul Singh. What should Neha say? Hello, are you Rahul Singh? Hello, am I speaking to Mr. Rahul Singh? You are right. Choose the correct option. Ashok works in a big telecom company. A customer calls to inquire about something, but Ashok didn't understand the query clearly. What should he say? Could you repeat that for me, sir? I don't understand what you are saying, sir. You are right. Choose the correct option. You need to end the call with an important customer. What will you say? Bye, bro. See you later. Thank you. Have a good day. You are right. Here is a task for you. Imagine you are working at a garment manufacturing company. Your company has made jackets and coats. They are ready to be shipped to a distributor in Lucknow. You have to call the cargo company and tell them that the order is ready for dispatch. Think about what all you will say during the 3 stages of a phone call. Use the table to record your answers. Now that we have completed the lesson, share what you have learned from this lesson. Choose the options from the menu. What I learned from this lesson. What to say in the beginning of a phone call. What to say in the middle of a phone call. What to say at the end of a phone call. How to speak in professional phone calls. Thank you for sharing what you learned from this lesson. Here is a recap of what we learned in this lesson. There are 3 stages of a phone call. Beginning, greet the person, introduce yourself. Middle, say why you are calling. Discuss what needs to be done. End, thank the person, say goodbye. During a phone call, it is important to use short sentences, speak politely, take notes about important information. In different situations, you can use different phrases during a professional phone call. Now, let's assess ourselves to understand our own learning. Think of what you learned and choose if you feel like a seed, plant, or tree. Excellent work! Try to help others learn this concept. All the best! Congratulations on completing this lesson. See you in the next lesson.